Displacement in Somalia reached a record high of 3.9 million.
Abdishakur Warsame has gone from a valuable diplomat for the Somali government to one of its severest critics.
More than 10%
The leader of the Warsame party was last year named Special Envoy for Climate Change. He represented Mogadishu in a number of forums and to many international organizations. Warsame was also given a role in trying to coax Somaliland to the negotiating table. But in the past weeks, the veteran lawmaker has spoken and published a litany of criticism upon the regime of President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. It was to be expected that elements of the constitutional revision would not please him, especially limiting the country to only 2 political parties. His Warsame party would almost certainly be excluded. But his disapproval goes to the heart of how Somalia is being governed and how it is damaging the political culture of the nation.
I am deeply concerned by the growing disillusionment with the political class that I have observed in my interactions with both the educated elite and the younger generation of our country. This disillusionment arises from various issues, including the lack of job opportunities and informal economic prospects for individuals from all educational backgrounds. Additionally, the presence of high inflation, widespread corruption, and privilege among the ruling elite only exacerbates this discontent. It is disheartening to witness the allocation of job opportunities, contracts, and consultant services based on nepotism, favoritism, or family connections rather than merit and fair competition.
These are very serious charges, some of which could be brought as court cases. His complaints about electoral arrangements have also been voiced by Puntland President Saeed Deni, former President Mohamed Farmajo, and former Prime Minister Omar Shamarki.
The agreement reached by the President and the 4 regional leaders a year ago stated that local government elections would be held on June 13, which is at the end of next month. Additionally, elections for members of state legislatures, the President, and the Vice President of states were scheduled for November 30 of this year. Since this plan has failed and is not expected to materialize, they have agreed to abandon the idea of fixing an electoral calendar and instead focus on the principle of holding one person, one vote without specifying a definite electoral schedule.
The respected member of the National Assembly still thinks the political landscape can be salvaged, but he has suggested action that is not likely to be taken.
Quote, the Somali people and international partners can only support a government that has political legitimacy. While the president still has time remaining in his term, the mandates of the regional leaders have expired, and neither the president nor the unifying election calendar can grant them legitimacy.
They must be elected by their respective regional assemblies.
It is certain that this convenient alliance will not last, and the country cannot continue on its current path towards a dark destiny.
President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has called for a national...
The government of Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and state leaders should take some of this criticism on board and take some actions to preserve the unity of the nation. Or the last years of his current administration could become as divisive as his predecessors. ADN TV will continue to report on political developments in Somalia.
Will join this